The Europe Parliament has elected for a full ban on a band of solitary-use plastic through the association in a bid to halt contamination of the oceans. MEPs supported a ban on plasticity cutlery and sheet, clap buds, straws, sip stirrers and air balloon sticks. The suggestion as well telephone call for a reducing in solitary use plasticity for meal and sip glass love plasticity hobby. One MEP told, if no activity was undertaken, by 2050 down there will be more than plasticity rather than minnow in the oceans. The action yet has to precise several remedial hurdles, but is anticipated to go via. The EU hopes it will go in impact through the bloc by 2021. The UK will as well include the rules in domestic law if the ban becomes a completely fledged guideline up the end of a Brexit transfer time. Following the Parliament voice was supported by 571 to 53, the MEP accountable for the draft, Frederic Ries, told it was a win for our oceans, for the environmental and for next generations. Several countries are already examining proposals to goal affordable plasticity means, consisting the UK. The guideline targets several of the largest overall sea-polluting plastic. Some items, wherever no option exists, will yet include to be diminished by 25% in every nation by 2025. Examples taking into account involve hamburger boxes and bread wrappers. MEPs as well tacked on amendments to the plans for smoke filters, a plasticity contaminant. How is overall garbage on beaches? Smoke makers will include to bring the plasticity by 50% by 2025 and 80% by 2030. Else aspiring goal is to provide 90% of all plasticity drinks glass container are gathered for recirculation by 2025. Now, glass container and their lids expense for on 20% of all the sea plasticity, the Europe Parliament paper told. Manufacturers will as well include to get more than liability for which happens to their plasticity means and packing. The EU study on the theme says on 150,000 tons of plasticity are thrown in Europe water each year. How is just a little donor to the world issue, in an alleged 8 millionth tons of plasticity incoming the planet's oceans every year. And one day down there, plasticity can journey large distances on sea currents. Such plastic include an enormous impact on sea lifetime. While plasticity wreckage crushed downward of carry and teardrop, it does not rot the way some means love timber do, but instead of crushed downward in less and less trimming, proper microplastic. Big volumes of plasticity waste management clean up on beaches, wherever they can be corroded by seabird and some animals and murder them.